Stirring up the conflict. They try to make it up.
It's week 11 of the NFL. And all eyes are on the Jaguars' rangy cornerback. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Jags and the Colts. All that and more coming up next on EA.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
On first down, Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Finds Hines again for the completion. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored him, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lawrence on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 14 carries, 52 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner. His 5th sack of the season. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Hurts. Here's Johnson with a reception. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Eluding the pressure right. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They're going on 4th down with Hurts, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost him 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another toe for ETN. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Right now I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up. They can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defense is played, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence on the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They begin the drive with Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hines. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. Shoves him aside. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguar. It's first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
From the 36, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll run with ETN. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here we go!
Going for it, here's ETN. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, Hurts. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
ETN up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now down 7-3. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And now here's a carry heading left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now it's the Colts' turn, trailing by 4, 46 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Finding Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's back to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football that led to the victory.
So for the Jags, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to